This is very serious. I'm wearing my reading glasses again. Psalm 68. Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered, let those who hate him flee from before him. This was spoken by Moses. As smoke is blown away, may you blow them away. As wax melts before the fire, may the wicked perish before God. Let the righteous be glad, let them exult before God, let them rejoice with gladness. Sing to God, sing praises to his name. Prepare the road for him who rides through the deserts, whose name is Adonai, and rejoice before him. The father of orphans, the defender of the widows, God is in his holy dwelling. God settles the lonely in a home. He leads the prisoners out to prosperity, but the rebellious live in a parched land. California. O God, when you went out before your people, you marched through the desert. The earth shook, the heavens reigned at the presence of God, the one of Sinai. At the presence of the God of Israel, you poured down abundant rain, O God. You sustained your weary inheritance. Are we weary at the moment? Well, we are. Weary of unrighteousness. You settled it in your people, your community. In your goodness, O God, you provided for the poor. Adonai gives the word. A great company of women proclaim the good news. Kings of armies, flee, flee, flee. She who stays at home divides the spoil. When you lie among the campfires, wings of a dove were covered with silver, and her feathers with shimmering gold. When Shaddai scattered kings there, it was snowing on Mount Zalmon. Mount Bashan is a mountain of God. Mount Bashan is a mountain of peaks. That's in the Galilee, by the way. Why do you gaze with envy, you mountain peaks, at the mountain God desired for his dwelling? Yes, Adonai will dwell there forever, not for next week, but forever. The chariots of God are thousands and thousands. My Lord is among them, as at Sinai, in holiness. You went up on high, you led captivity captive. You received gifts from men, even from the rebellious, so that God may dwell there. Blessed be my Lord. Day by day he bears our burdens, the God of our Yeshua, our salvation. Selah. God is for us, a God of deliverance. Adonai, my Lord, has escapes for people from death. Surely God crushes the head of his foes, the hairy scalp of one walking in his guilt. My Lord said, I will bring them back from Bashan. I will bring them back from the depths of the sea, so that your foot may wade in blood and your dog's tongue may have their share of your enemies' blood. They have seen your processions, O God, the processions of my God, my King, into the sanctuary. The singers go before, the musicians last, between the young maidens beating tambourines. Bless God in the congregations, Adonai from the fountain of Israel. There Benjamin, the youngest, is leading them. There are the throng of Judah's princes. These are the princes of Zebulun and the princes of Naphtali. Your God commanded your strength. Strengthen, O God, you who have acted for us. From your temple above Jerusalem, kings bring you tribute. Rebuke the beast of the reeds, the herd of bulls with calves, the people trampling down pieces of silver. He has scattered the peoples who delight in war. Nobles come from Egypt. Cush runs to stretch her house to God. Sing to God, kingdoms of the earth. Sing praises to the Lord, Selah, to him who rides upon the ancient heavens of heavens. Look, he utters his voice, a mighty voice. Ascribe strength to God. His majesty is over Israel, and his strength is in the skies. O God, you are awesome from your holy places. The God of Israel gives strength and power to the people. Blessed be God. In the present days, we see what appears to be overwhelming numbers of foes of God. But here, this is what Moses said whenever God's Ark of the Covenant went forward. He said, "Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered, let all those who hate him flee from before him. Let all those who hate him flee from before him." And those who hate God in these days, they think they have the upper hand, but they can't see what's going on in the heavenly realm. In the heavenly realm, as this psalm says, the chariots of God are thousands of thousands, in other words, millions and millions of the chariots of fire of God, and they're all over the heavenly realm. And just because we can't see them doesn't mean they aren't there. I was thinking of Elijah, and he's on the mountain, and there's a big army against him, and a servant says, "Oh, look at all these people against us." And Elijah says, "Open my servant's eyes, Adonai." And that the Lord God opens the servant's eyes, and he sees millions and millions of the hosts of God in the chariots storming through the heavens. In this world, in these days, often all we can see are the powers of darkness and their faux strength. But they're all defeated, they're all broken. We have the authority. For the Lord gives the word. A great company of women proclaim the good news. I mean, there are lots and lots of people in these days speaking the good news of the gospel. Are there not? Verse 18, the chariots of God are thousands and thousands. My Lord is among them as at Sinai in his holiness. So in the days of Moses on the mountain and Mount Sinai, the whole mountain was consumed with fire and smoke. And in the Jewish world, the sages all say that the whole mountain lifted up in the air and floated above the ground and then floated over the people of Israel. And that's why they were terrified of God. Not just the flames, not just the smoke, not just the sound of the shofar, not just the thunder, not just the lightning, not just that the mountain shook, but the whole mountain lifted in the air and floated over the people of Israel. And no wonder they were terrified. I would be. And so this is a picture of the power of God, because God has his holy mountains and his holy mountain, and his holy mountain is Mount Zion in Jerusalem at the moment. That is Hamakom, the place where God dwells on the earth. Verse 35, ascribe strength to God. His majesty is over Israel, and his strength is in the skies. Once again, the heavenly hosts. Oh God, you are awesome from your holy places. The God of Israel gives strength and power to the people. Blessed be God. And in the books of Moses, I was reading this week, in the book of Deuteronomy, or in the Hebrew, Devarim, and it is really interesting because God speaks with the people of Israel, and he says, when you go to the latrine, take a spade and make a hole and relieve yourself, and then put the soil or the sand back over the top. And then he says an amazing thing. He says, because I, the Lord God, walk amongst you, and I don't want to be defiled by any mess on the floor. Think about that. The Lord God of Israel says plainly that he walks among the children of Israel, walks among them. And if you are a son of God, God walks around you. But even more in the heavenly realm, there are millions and millions of angels, chariots of fire. The Lord God of hosts is in the heavens, and he's just there all the time. And I pray that in these dark days that you will open your eyes into the spiritual realm and see and expect that God will do mighty things for you in these days.